You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, guys, I'm more convinced now than ever that President Trump is watching our videos. We made a video, I believe this was last week, about Ada Gallagher, who is actually a male, by the way, identifying as a female and competing in Oregon. If I'm not mistaken, guys, he actually beat the women by like 7 seconds. These girls stood no chance, guys. No chance whatsoever. And we're going to continue to call out this madness. The more that these people in these woke states defy the law, the more we're going to call them out. It's not going to stop, guys. The nation is changing, folks. The people do not want males in female sports. But states like Oregon don't want to listen. So I guess, guys, they're going to have to get punished. I mean, we saw what happened in Maine, guys. The governor didn't want to follow Trump. Guess what? Funding got stripped. Funding got paused. And then the woke universities fell in place after they got investigated. And I said in my video, guys, Trump needs to investigate Oregon. And guess what, guys? It has now happened. President Trump, his administration, is now investigating the state of Oregon, and they are in a world of trouble, folks. So let's go ahead and dive into this. Right over here on Outkick, Department of Education investigating Oregon for allowing trans athlete in women's sports. Yes, this is what needs to happen, and Oregon needs to fall on the sword, or they're going to get punished big time. So it says here, the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Civil Rights has opened a Title IX investigation into Portland public schools and for allowing a trans-identifying male athlete to compete in women's sports, Outkick has learned. As Outkick previously reported, Ada Gallagher is a biological male who won a high school state championship in track and field last year. Gallagher has continued to compete in girls division despite President Donald Trump's signing an executive order to prevent males from competing in girls and women's sports. And also last year, guys, somebody in the comments actually told me on my video about Ada Gallagher that we did do a video on it a year ago. And Ada Gallagher got booed by the crowd. Booed. Yeah. But anyway, goes on. It says the department sent a letter to Kimberly Armstrong, superintendent of Portland Public Schools, the district, informing her that the investigation is now open. Quote, these allegations include allowing a male track student athlete to compete in girls' interscholastic track and field competition on March 19th, 2025, and permitting the male athlete to use the girls' locker room while female athletes were changing. How disgusting. That's even worse, guys, than actually letting this dude run in a track meet. The locker room is much worse, in my opinion. But anyway, goes on. It says OCR also sent a letter notifying the Oregon School Activities Association, the governing body for the Portland Interscholastic League, that it was opening a direct investigation into its gender identity participation policy, which appears to violate Title IX. I wouldn't say it appears to violate Title IX. It does violate Title IX. No doubt about it. Now look here, man. The Oregon Department of Education has new guidelines. And you know what? It defies Title IX. It defies President Trump's executive order. Look here. This is what it says. Quote, non-binary, intersex, gender fluid, two-spirit. What is that? What is two-spirit? Anyway, I digress. And other students who do not consistently identify with the gender binary cannot be prohibited from playing on athletic teams of either gender in alignment with Oregon non-discrimination law, the guidelines state. Man, there's also a section relating to required uniforms where schools were forced to develop any athletic uniform policies with consideration of the needs of gender expansive students. What? That's crazy. Outkick recently spoke to an Oregon female high school athlete who said she wanted to see the federal government get involved to stop trans athletes from stealing wins, awards, and spots on girls' teams from females. Yeah, I actually saw this a few days back where Dan Krzyzewski from Outkick actually interviewed this girl. Now, she didn't actually compete against Ada Gallagher, but it's eye-opening. Let's go ahead and listen into a little bit of this, guys. Here we go.
We had no idea that this was happening, that this could happen in Oregon. And I knew it was happening in other states, but to see it happen right before my eyes and be watching it was very shocking to me that it was being allowed in my state. We were all very frustrated, especially because I do know somebody who has competed against Ada and did at the state meet as well. And so it was very disheartening to see her lose and to know that there were so many other wonderful young women who were losing to a trans athlete. And it was, I know a lot of the guys on my team were frustrated because they were saying, yeah, that's totally unfair. If I go out and I race you in a 3,000 meter, I am going to destroy you by over like 2 laps. Like, we just know that. We know that if you compare the fastest girl on my team with the fastest boy on my team, there's going to be a huge difference. And so I think it was all around frustration with just all of the teams. I wouldn't say specifically my team, but just all teams that I knew across Oregon. There was a lot of controversy on this topic. A big influence to me has been Riley Gaines, who, as many people know, lost the NCAA title to Leah Thomas. And hearing her experiences and how it took her a long time to be able to speak out because there were so many people saying, you can't speak about this or you will get us in trouble and other people in trouble. But she did it anyway, gave me a lot of hope and courage because it needed to be done. There were not other people speaking out against it, which was frustrating to me because there were athletes racing against Ada who were not speaking out. And I knew somebody needed to do something. And once I had the opportunity to write my op-ed that I did, I was like, okay, that I'm going to take this on. I am going to fully commit to doing this.
Yeah, so there you have it, man. The investigation is happening. The state of Oregon, man, you're playing games. But guess what? You're about to find out. You are about to find out. Big time. You are in some serious trouble. Serious trouble. I mean, guys, it's sad, man, that we actually are living in this moment, but it's a good thing that we're actually living in this moment because things are turning around. No more will males be able to play in female sports and there be no consequences. There are consequences now, folks. And if these school districts don't fall in line, they're done. They're done. They're finished. So this is a good thing, man. Justice is coming. No doubt about it, guys. They're going to be found guilty of violating Title IX, violating the civil rights of actual girls. So that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.